Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, The Expat. Today's video is going to be an unboxing video. This has been mentioned in my previous video that it was going to come and the bag has arrived. So let's get right into it. Oh, I forgot to mention, if you are interested in more cool content from me, please subscribe below. I'm a new channel, and so please subscribe. So let's get into it. So this is the box. It's huge. That arrived at my house this week. Now, I just want to first say that I have opened it just to make sure everything was there and I didn't need to return it. So everything is there and everything was fine. Yes. This is a brand from New York, as I mentioned previously. The brand is called Henri Bendel, and this brown and white pattern, it's in stripes. I guess the sticker is obviously dots, but the stripe brown and white pattern is their signature. So you'll see that in many things of theirs and on their website as well. It's all over the place. Henri Bendel is a modern luxury brand, I believe. They've been around since 1895 from my research. They do all sorts of accessories. This particular bag that I picked up is something that another blogger on Instagram showed their followers, and I fell in love with it. Now there are a few other bags that I do like. I think the Rivington is beautiful, and my favorite aside from this one is the Jet Setter backpack. I think it's a convertible backpack into a like shoulder bag. So that is my next thing that I'm possibly eyeing off. But first, let's get right into opening my box. So I did, as I said, open it, but I didn't take everything out. So there's their iconic brown and white signature stripes. There's some stuffing in it. Yay! Now, for some reason, they gave me their dust bag without the bag in it, which is fine, but I would have just assumed that you would have put the bag in the dust bag. So that's interesting, but that's their dust bag and it is still in their signature stripe. So that's pretty cool. Now, this bag has two different styles. Let me put that box somewhere. This particular bag has two different styles, and I went for a simpler version of it. There is a more handbaggy style, which I'll go into a bit later, but I went for, let's get it out of this plastic bag and wrapping paper, is the, I believe it's called the Henri Bendel Modern Icon Top Handle Tote. This is what it looks like. There's three colors I think it comes in. The black, a tan color, I think it's lighter than a tan, it's quite light, and a red color. So I went for classic black. I thought it looked chic, and the blogger or Instagrammer that posted the pictures about it, that was the color she chose, and I fell instantly in love with that, so that's what I picked up. This bag is the Modern Icon Top Handle, and I believe there is a Modern Icon satchel version of this, which is larger, and I believe it has gussets that come out that you can push back in to make it more square if you want. So the bag itself, from first look, because I haven't touched it, I only saw that it was in the box. The leather is really smooth. It looks quite sturdy, and on the back it's got the Henri Bendel New York and a little pouch. Hopefully this can fit my iPhone in it, and maybe not actually. My iPhone 7, and I've got a huge case on it. I would show you it, but it's used to make sure I'm in focus at the moment, so that's why I'm not going to even try to fit it in. I don't think it's going to fit. So now, the clasp is really cool. This is probably one of the reasons why it's so big, because the hardware is one of the things that I love. So this is just the plastic covering that comes with it. So let's get rid of that. Now this hardware lock, you squeeze here and open up to get into the bag. So I love that idea. I think that's a really, really cool clasp for a bag. Similarly, the reason why I fell in love with the Celine Trapeze was the clasp of the bag. I know it sounds weird, but it's something that I look for in a sturdy clasp and nothing that just falls open. So there's more stuffing in the bag. Let's get that out. Throw that away. That's not useful at all for me right now. So inside the bag comes a few things. Let's start with a shoulder strap. So that's good, so I can wear it crossbody, and because this is the smaller size, I will be wearing it crossbody when I go out and about, and I will be taking this to Bali with me because I feel like the black and the fact that it is a bit smaller is perfect for when I ride on the back of my new Vespa. So yes, that's the shoulder strap. Now it does come with these tags. I think it says Henri Bendel New York here, and I believe this is a classic. You can make it a luggage tag if you open it, so let's open it because I'm like that. Can you open it? Oh, whoops, wrong way. Okay, I have to take everything off now because I'm opening it. Right. Okay, so I believe you can like put your details in there if you want. There's nothing in there at the moment if you can see, but I think you can if you are that keen. Now I believe that Henri Bendel offer monogramming services for their bags as well. I opted not to do it for this particular bag, and I believe they monogram, I don't think they monogram the front of the bag, but I believe they monogram this little, I don't know, key fob. I believe they monogram it on the back here with your initials, and I think they do up to 3 initials. I chose not to do it because I felt like I've had enough of monogramming for the time being. I know it's huge at the moment, which is fine, and I have a fair few monogram bags from a number of different brands, including the Daily Edited and Mon Purse, which have started that trend basically, and all the other companies have followed as well. So, but I chose not to do it. And also they've got the HB for Henri Bendel on the front of it. So I'm deciding whether I will hang these on the bag itself. Who knows? I might not use this one, but I might use this one, the bigger, more luggagey one that might look a bit cute on my bag. And maybe I can put a sticker or something on there that make it mine. So that's that. So let's have a look inside the bag and my initial thoughts on it. Inside the bag, it has the Henri Bendel lining. I don't know if you guys can see this, but I'll come real close and try to show you if you can see that. I might, if I can, insert pictures of that lining. Probably you didn't see anything in that. There is 2 compartments in the bag that are separated, and on the back compartment there is a full zip which comes with the Henri Bendel New York brand story. Woohoo! I was actually doing research on this before, so this is maybe would have been easier if I had seen this first. It says, Henri Bendel was a fearless innovator, a leading arbiter of women's fashion, and a passionate explorer of the new and the next. And it tells him where he was born. I'm not going to read this all. He was born in Louisiana in 1868 and moved to New York to work as a milliner. Henri Bendel quickly became a tastemaker and couture to the elite, and his boutique became a beacon of luxury. In 1907, his now legendary brown and white striped shopping bag and hat box became a symbol that is still recognizable over a century later. A branding and retail visionary. Henri Bendel was the first retailer with an upstate Fifth Avenue store. Today, Henri Bendel continues to translate the spirit and energy of New York City with handbags, jewelry, and gifts that surprise and delight fashionable women from around the world. Now with multiple stores throughout the US, including an iconic Fifth Avenue flagship. Now the Fifth Avenue flagship I had heard of, but I'd never visited it when I was there 2 years ago in New York City, so whoops. But I think their bags seem to be very luxurious for the price you pay. This is under $500. For me, I paid a little bit more because of conversion into Australian dollars, but I'm still very, very happy with it. And what I'm even more happy is that no one will have this bag here. That's the problem I find with certain brands that are based here. And I'm not going to mention it by name because I feel like people think it's a dig at them, and it's not. It's just that those bags are everywhere, and I feel like I can't get away from it. So having a Henri Bendel might be something slightly different in my wardrobe, and I feel like this is going to look good when I go to a wedding this week. I think it's black, classic, and it's not going to be too big for carrying around every day as well. I did mention the Jet Setter backpack, which I do want, and I'm not sure I will be getting anytime soon, but I feel like that would be my next purchase. And there's the Rivington tote, which is more like a Celine luggage tote-esque. I feel like they do a lot of bags that are very on trend with what is happening in the luxury market now. So things like the gussets from Celine, that's happening in their collection now, as well as the ringed handle bags that Chloe are doing and a number of other companies are going for. They're doing them as well. So I'm super happy to see that they're taking from these luxury brands but doing a new spin on it for themselves without being too true to the original from those luxury brands. So that's what I'm happy about, and they're affordable as well. So for me, this is going to be a winner, hopefully. I haven't tested it out yet, obviously, since I've just opened it, and I'm going to love coming in and out of this because it feels like it's really easy as well. And it does say Henri Bendel New York there as well, which is nice in the silver hardware. So super cool with that. The other thing is I purchased this on henribendel.com. They do ship worldwide, so that's a bonus. There are no stores outside of the US, which is a bit of a shame because I feel like their retailing would be pretty cool. And I feel like the Fifth Avenue store, which I've seen on pictures on the internet, looks very cool with their brown and white stripes, and the way they've set up their store looks, you know, luxurious and for a very cool New York lady running around town. So, but I purchased this with some discount codes, and I used an app called Honey. Now, I would not say much about apps on my blog or on my videos really because I'm not really techie in that space, but Honey is really, really cool because what it does is it runs through any possible discount codes that they may have available and tries to apply it to the purchase that you're going for. And once they run through them, they'll just apply it with your checkout, your shopping cart. So when I put this in my shopping cart online, and when I checked it out, the Honey app popped up and said, do you want to see if there are any discount codes available? And I said, yes, definitely. And it ran through, it took a few minutes, maybe less, and it found discount codes, and it just kept adding them on. So I think I would have gotten 20 or 30% off, maybe 20, I can't remember, off the total of this bag, which is fantastic. So it still meant that I still had to pay conversion from US dollars to Australian dollars, but I understood that and accepted that. So but I would recommend trying to see if you can get Honey. I believe it's available in the App Store. I'm not sure about Android, but I believe it's available on Google Chrome as an add-on, so I put it there, so I'm sure it's going to be for Android. If it's for Google, it'll be for Android as well. So that's how I bought it off my laptop, and I used the Honey app. So I would recommend that. I will link it below, details about how you can get the Honey app for discount codes, and you can use it for anything that you are shopping online for. So it always pops up when you have downloaded the app and asks you if you want to run discount codes, and of course you're going to say yes, because everyone wants something cheaper. I am going to leave it here. I feel like I blabbed on enough about this bag and showed you what it was. I'll insert some more pictures of the inside as well, and maybe I'll insert some pictures of the other totes that I'm talking about, the Rivington and the Jet Setter backpack, so you have an idea of what they look like, and you can check it out at henribendel.com. I'm officially a Bendel girl now. I've got my first bag from them, and I will probably do a full review of the bag when I use it on my blog, the expatbali.com, so check that out as well. So until then, I'll see you guys next time for another fun video. Mwah! Bye!